What's up guys, Blueside Gaming here, and just before this video starts I want to make sure that you go check out the beginner's guide on Steam. It's really cheap at only $10 and it's definitely worth your time. Thanks and enjoy the rest of the video. What is up guys, Blueside Gaming. What is this you ask? What is this? What? This is not Minecraft. Well no, this is the beginner's guide. This is the same creators, same guys that created Stanley Parable, and I watched videos on it. I never bought it, but it looked absolutely great. So I was like, I have to find a game like it, not the same. And apparently this is like top-notch game. So I found this, I'm like, you know what? It's only $10 US. Let's get straight into it. I'm ready. You guys ready? Alright, let's go. By the way, I'm using a PS3 controller. Make sure audio's on. I'm gonna turn up my audio. I'm gonna turn it up. Controls. Let's look at some of these controls. I've got
Hi there.
Oh.
Thank you very much for playing the beginner's guide.
By the way, I put on captions.
My name is Davey Reedon.
Yeah.
I wrote the Stanley Parable.
Oh,
and
yeah.
while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda.
Hi, Coda.
Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff. And his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Wow.
So, it's 2008,
still going.
Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them.
That's
He doesn't
2015.
put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at DAVEYWREDEN@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Isn't that... Oh, well, okay. That is an actual map in Counter-Strike. I don't play it, but I've seen it. Like friends and all. The Whisper Machine status is... Oh, holy shit! Oh, God. Oh, okay, I gotta turn this back down.
This game is called Escape from Whisper.
Alright.
And it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Ah, God. Hurt my ears. Oh. Dude. Well, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that. Boom.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
Where do I go?
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutral.
I'm so confused.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
This Coda kid, he sounds pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Right. I don't understand. Like, are we just exploring what this guy did in life? He seems like... Oh, okay. Confused. Oh, not a maze.
Apparently the space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh. Well, maybe I want to go back and do it. Alright.
Or, if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that.
There's the Stanley parable. There it is. You can tell he's... Like, that's Stanley. Like, go through the left door. But he's stupid, so he goes through the right. Yeah, type of thing. You know, if you know Stanley Parable, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay, he's talking again.
The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
The hell's a whisper machine?
Hey, you there, in the engine room.
No, me?
You can save us all.
Oh.
That beam is powering the whisper machine.
Well, I can't get through.
You disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature.
Well, there's a door here.
Your body could stop the beam.
Oh, fuck that.
It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives.
No.
Would you do it?
No.
Could you give yourself?
No. Fine. Weehaw.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
So that's how you solve the labyrinth. I should screenshot that. Come back
The
and
beam
do it later.
causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this
Still
one behind.
floating. Someone help. Oh. November 2nd. I cannot move. Oh.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Oh my god. The best was behind her. Oh. Jesus.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused,
Oh,
more
that's
complete.
sick.
Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather
Pass
than
was
simply
behind
basing
her.
it on a
Oh, sorry, he's
pre-existing
talking.
trope.
So what do I do now? Oh, there's more? When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. I should probably start reading those. Just in case you can't read them. But if the future is always behind her, dun dun dun, how will she find the strength? I should be a narrator for one of these. To confront
It's a short little thought. It says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Is this the whole game? This is Slenderman. Ow. Oh. Okay, oh right. You are now entering. What am I entering? This seems like fun. Oh.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
You know what? I'm not that patient. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and leave and go back to Minecraft.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Well, you can continue with the game. Look how good this is. This is the next building simulator. Jesus. I'm gonna be completely honest. This Coda guy, he was on some weird shit. He obviously, like, smoked. You can just tell. Look at this. Who just thinks of this? Oh, now I'm going slow.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
Alright.
So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here, so that when you press the use key on your gamepad, it'll bring you back up to full speed, so you can enter the door for yourself.
It's a PS3 controller. There is no use key. Oh, it's the X. Alright. It was the X. So apparently X is use. What is use on your on the keyboard? There's no use key. Whoa. Sharks are trying to eat you. Simultaneously, you're trying to... Oh, for fuck's sake.
And nice, and filled with little ideas for games.
Right, simultaneously you are trying to eat the sharks. You construct a wall. The wall is destroyed.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Press U to surrender. I pressed U and nothing happened. Alright, I'll read a couple more. Oh my fucking god. Ready, set, fish. It's ready, set, go, but ready, set, fish. Fish and chips. I love these textures. Are you gonna close? Nope. Alright. Jesus. I'm gonna be completely honest, although I've been giving this game shit, it might just be the reviews that I've seen on this, or like the look that it has, but I'm actually really liking it. It just makes you want to see more. You just want to keep on exploring it. Like, oh, what happens if I jump down? Will I never get back? Maybe I should go back. I don't want to go back though. I want to explore. So I'm going to continue exploring.
It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Do I, Oh shit, that wasn't too hard now, was it? Wait, what? Why is there smoke? I'm scared. Wait. I don't know. Where is there like a button here? I don't know what to do. How do can I smash through the door? Charge. Yo.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're going to see it a lot.
I see what he did. I see what it's a dick move, but I see what he did. By the way, next time we see that loading screen, I'm ending it. It's hurting my brain. I've been here for like 10 minutes. It's actually hurting my brain. See, I'd say there's nothing on that door. He said we need to remember it. There's nothing on that door.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press the use key on your gamepad, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Boom! What the fuck?
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world.
Wow.
Either way, I think that the point is the same. Is that most of the time, you don't get to know what you're missing. Or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Am I meant to be thinking about this stuff? Okay. Oh, and now we're back here. No, we can't go that way. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
I want to pause now. Right guys, so that's going to do it for this episode. I know it might not have been the most interesting thing, but come on. We got to continue on. We got to keep on watching. We want to find out what Coda did. Coda, the Coca-Cola. Alright, and plus this Davey guy, he gave us the email and everything. So, you know, he seems like a nice guy. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Yeah.